first off, how are you feeling about being back?
Yeah, really good. Just excited to be back. It's been a long time not being able to do, doing what I like to do. So yeah, it's just really exciting to be able to be back every day and playing football.
In terms of the time you've been out, how difficult was that for you, watching from the sidelines?
Yeah, horrible, to be honest. Just someone that loves playing football. Have done my whole life, so not been able to do that on a day-to-day basis, and it's been tough. Obviously, watching the boys out there a lot, and obviously it's not been great for the club this year. So that's not made it easier either, because I just wanted to be able to help. Since I've been injured, obviously it's not, the results and things haven't gone amazingly. So I wanted to be in a position to help, and obviously it's tough when you can't. So that's been hard as well. But coming back now, my full focus is on doing just that and just helping the club.
And obviously with the injury that you had, it's not something you could have rushed into, obviously, as well. So was that just adding to the frustration?
Yeah, I think it's something you come to terms with when right, this injury isn't going to be quick, and there's going to be no rush in it. You have to make sure you get yourself right. So unfortunately, it's been however long it's been now. It's been about a year. It was always going to be 10 months as a minimum. So that you kind of get your head around that quite quickly. But then the last probably 3-4 months of the journey have been the hardest, because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you still don't feel anywhere kind of near right. Just kind of starting now to feel much better, and the last kind of 10% or so is only going to come with playing. So it's just about getting chucked in, and I feel like I'm ready now. Every day training, I feel better every day. So I'm just, as I say, really excited to get playing, and hopefully over these next 3 games I can do what we all know I can do and try and help.
You, as you mentioned yourself, you're obviously excited to get back involved. Is there a slight nervousness almost kind of with that as well? Just what
No, to be honest, if I'm honest, just because maybe the first few times I trained a little bit, but I've got that out of the way now, and I think for me it's just football. The injury I've had was unfortunate. It wasn't a big tackle. It was a bit of a freak kind of incident in training. So it's just one of them things that's happened. Unfortunately, I've had to, for the last couple of months, training every day and getting running again, and from leading back to 9 months ago when I had to learn to walk properly again and learn how to jump. So with every step, there's been a little bit of apprehension for sure. But once you do it for the first time, second time, you just get used to it again. So yeah, it's just been it's been nice just playing again. So now I know I can. I'm just excited to get playing.
Yeah, and how do you feel about the impact you can have on these last 3 games?
Yeah, I feel like I can definitely have an impact. As I say, I'm only going to get. Unfortunately, I've not probably got the match sharpness and things that you'd like to have at this stage of the season, but that's obviously with the case of the injury I've had. But I know that with the qualities that I have, that I can definitely help. So that's what I'll be trying to do.
In terms of the team's chances of being able to stay in the Championship, how do you feel about that? Obviously, it's not over till it's over.
Exactly that. We've got 3 games to go, and we might need to win them all, and you've got to back yourself to do that. We've got to back ourselves and the team that we've got, and the ability that we do have. We've been saying it all season, I know. I'm sure everyone's probably come into this same room and said, with the players we've got and the careers the players have had and stuff, that we've got the quality, but it's time to definitely start showing that. So that's what we've got to do over the next 3 games, and we might need to win them all. We might win them all, might not be enough, but that's what we've got to do. We've got to give ourselves the best chance and control what we can control.
That's all from me. Thanks for that.
No worries.
Given the positive mindset you're coming back into, can that be a real asset to the team? Because obviously, the players wouldn't be human if they were feeling overjoyed with the situation they're in, but you're coming in with kind of freshness, but also that appetite to be actually on the park.
Yeah, definitely. I had a similar conversation like that with the manager a couple of days ago. Kind of said that I've, unfortunately, like you say, I've been in it myself. I'm not coming back as someone that's never lost a game of football before. We've all had games of periods of football where you might not win for 3, 4, 5 games or even longer at times. It's hard rut to get out of. So there will be kind of scars there in the players' minds without a doubt. So as I said to Gav, I don't have that. I've not played. Unfortunately, I'd love to. I'd much rather be playing and losing every week than not playing and not having this in my head. But like you say, I've probably not got that. It's not going to have affected me as it's affected me, obviously, because I want the boys to win and do well. But having not been a part of it on the pitch, it's probably not affected me as much. So yeah, like you say, hopefully I can maybe come in with a bit more of a clearer mind and help it that way. But I think we've all got to try and do our best to clear our minds and just say, look, this is essentially a three-game season. As I just said, out there it's 3 cup finals. I know it's the cliche, but we need to do all we can to come out on top.
And you had to, I mean, it's maybe forgotten that you had to witness the previous situation as well. Did you must have just felt a bit helpless when that happened?
Yeah, 100%. Especially that was definitely hard at that time, because at that point I couldn't hardly stand up, like I couldn't do anything. So I was kind of forced to be sat on the sofa at home, resting up and watching the rest of the season unfold. And it was, obviously tough to watch for me, because I felt like we were in a really, really good position as a club at the time. And just obviously little things can happen, and it kind of maybe spirals from there. Unfortunately, it seemed to be that my injury was like something that had that knock-on effect. Not to say it was obviously just completely because of me, but one little thing can happen, as we know, and then there's little things that happen from there. So, that's been the hardest part throughout. It's probably not been the injury or that I've enjoyed. Not enjoyed. It's tough to say enjoyed, but enjoyed the process of getting myself back to where I am now. The toughest part has been not being able to help on a Saturday, Tuesday night, and watching and knowing that I love playing football, obviously. And I love to be out there, and I'd much rather be in the firing line than being in the stands. Oh, how bad is that? So that's been the hardest part, definitely.
How have you gone about coping with that, dealing with that?
I don't know, to be honest. It's been hard. It's just, as I've kind of said, I think my main point to myself throughout is all I can do is control what I can control. Is having an injury that's going to keep you out for a year ideal? Absolutely not. Nobody wants that. But unfortunately, it's happened, and there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is focus on getting myself back in the best condition I can and being ready to go when I'm ready to go. And I feel like that's now.
You obviously never want anybody to be injured for a long time, but you had Josh and Andy McLeod in the medical room with you for a while. How much of a help was it not just being on your own? Yeah,
no, definitely. Because there were days, obviously they were maybe slightly ahead of me timeline wise, so they were outside, and not that I wasn't wanting to drag them back in, as you say, but it was a bit more lonely when they weren't in there. Yeah, the three of us have been a massive help to each other. I couldn't speak highly enough of them too, for how they've worked to get themselves back. I'm sure they'd say the same for me. We've worked so hard together to get back to where we want to be. Hopefully they can continue. And obviously Reedy's had a little setback recently, but he looks like he's back and good as well. So yeah, it was obviously hard, but having them two there was definitely a big help.
When you did get back into the squad a couple of weeks ago, before you came on, you went out to warm up and you got a great reaction from the fans. How much did that mean to you? Yeah,
that meant a lot. The fans have been amazing with me, a lot of messages and stuff through Instagram and whatnot. They've been amazing throughout. I know I've missed them and they've missed me, obviously. But yeah, that was really nice going out to warm up, and even when I came on in that game, obviously the game wasn't ideal with the score, but how they kind of received me coming on, even at that point of the game, speaks volumes about how supportive they are as a fan base. Really appreciate it.
What was that like for you coming back onto the pitch after so long out?
Yeah, it was nice. It was lovely. Thankfully, my family were there as well, so that worked out really well. They were there to see that, so it was nice for them. It was just always something I'd been looking forward to for a year or so. So yeah, it was an amazing feeling. Again, with the way the game was going, it was a strange one, because in the changing room after the game, I was obviously happy to have come back on, but then your mind kind of, as soon as you've played that first game, your mind kind of switches to, right, I'm back now, so what's next, and what's next is helping the club to stay in the league.
Nothing from me.
Nice one.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.